Another exciting video coming your way today. We are gonna run some of the super high grade stuff from our pocket through our turnkey system here behind me. We're gonna get some gold, some tellurides, and we're gonna figure out how valuable that pocket really is. I've got a helper coming today that's gonna be joining me shortly. Not able to work, but he can watch and video. So we'll check in with him in a little bit. This is all of our stuff from our pocket. This is the Tellurides that we've been mining. A lot of gold specimens have been found in this stuff. There could be a real rich band inside these rocks that you'll never see, and I just don't have the time to go through them all. We're getting the system ready to go. I've got our high-grade stuff crushed here already. There's some really nice looking stuff in there. Holy moly. Can't believe I just crushed all that. Look at that.
Jason, is that gold?
Is it yellow?
It's yellow.
It's gold.
Ha ha!
So now we'll run it through the hammer mill and get our gold. We have just finished our run here, the high grade. We saw a ton of gold on the table. I'm really excited to get it smelted down. My big question mark is how much gold is in those silver tellurides that we saw on the table, because they could be hiding an extreme amount of gold tied up with the tellurium metals. I am doing more of a behind the scenes look on today's video. I'm being mill operator more than videographer, but Dan is making a really cool video. He's getting a lot of good shots that I don't get or won't get today. So go check out Dan's video. I will put a link down below to Dan's video when it comes out. Here's our number 1 and number 2 concentrates.
Are we gonna smelt them both today or just the number ones?
Well, I think we can do both.
Okay, separately?
Yeah, maybe. Here, hold that. There may be $5,000 worth of gold there. Don't drop it. Let's see what we got in the number 2. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of tellurides in there too.
Yeah.
We'll have to get both of them. That's a lot though. We'll see. Let's get out of the rain and then we'll see what we want to do.
Nasty weather.
We're gonna smelt down our number 1 concentrates, because the number 1 here has a ton of tellurides and free gold, and there's no way to separate them easily.
Your machine out there, your shaker table, it takes all the free milled gold and puts in the number 1s. Does any migrate down to the number 2, or do you think it'll be pretty free of free milled gold in that number 2?
We will get a little bit. I think in the past, the tests we've done is 95% of the free gold ends up in the number 1.
Right.
But a little bit of fine gold works its way down there. We have our standard Flux recipe mixed up here, 300 grams of concentrates, iron, crucible. I'm not gonna do it one-handed. I'm gonna pour.
I'll hold your camera.
Hey, thank you.
There we go. I'll film through your camera.
Pour that in there. That was the right size crucible. I couldn't have gone any smaller than that.
It would boil over.
It would boil over.
Yeah. That sucks.
It does suck, especially when you have this rich of material. Look at all the mess I've had in the past in there.
That's gonna be a video on its own, just cleaning out your kiln here.
Cleaning out, crushing it.
Seeing how much gold is down there.
I bet there's quite a bit of value down there. I bet there's money in there. All right, Dan, you ready?
You bet. I'm recording.
Here we go. Let's hope it's solidified and not molten. Whoa!
Is that the whole bead?
That's the...
Or the prill? Oh my goodness!
That's the prill.
Okay, your Coupel's not doing that one.
That is a huge...
Got a bigger Coupel?
Huge button. I don't have a bigger Coupel.
We may have to break that in half and do it twice. Do it in two.
Yeah. Wow. Let's clean it up a little bit. That's a lot of metal.
You did not put that much bismuth in.
No, we only put 70 grams in.
So what's the rest then?
I don't know.
We have that much gold?
No, there's no way. Hold on, I pressed the wrong button on the scale.
I saw a lot go over that table.
You have 200 grams of something else in there.
I love that you're filming me, filming you, filming me.
And we're both with the same expression
Yeah.
on our face, yes. There's 200 grams of something in there. What other than gold and silver telluride?
Yeah, tellurium and bismuth, but even if it's half, I mean 200 grams of extra stuff, but even if it's half gold, that's still 100 grams
Yes.
and 200 pounds.
Wow.
Neither of us want to turn off our
I
cameras
know,
right now.
yeah, I don't even know what to do or what to say about it. Okay, I've got our button cleaned up here. Our button, our pyramid, our huge amount of metal. It weighs about 250 grams now that I cleaned up the slag. I'm gonna try and put it in that big Coupel. Dan's thinking it's not gonna work.
You're brave.
I hope this works out. I think the tellurium oxidizes off as a white smoke. So if this starts smoking white,
We know.
we know there's a bunch of tellurium in there. I mean,
we saw no white smoke from the smelt.
not from the smelt, no.
Oh yeah, that'll fit.
That'll fit in there. Dad, what did I do?
I don't think that's gonna fit.
It's gonna fit. It's gonna fit. It's gonna fit. I think last time you were here, I had one right to the brim.
You did,
I?
yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Dan.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
It's.
This is not sounding good. Oh. Oh yeah.
It fit.
You could put even more in there. Oh no.
It's right to the brim.
Don't wiggle it.
Don't wiggle it. Okay, it fits. It fits. All right, the slag has come off the surface. The bead is, at least there's enough molten metal on the surface. You get those little dark raindrop looking things being absorbed by the Coupel. This will take hours to Coupel, but all that white smoke I think is tellurium smoke coming off.
I think that might be our extra weight in there. I think we actually got a lot of tellurium metal into that prill.
Could be, which it could be worth some money as well. We're just letting it all go up in smoke, quite literally. Here's a little update on our Coupel, but it's still doing its thing. Oh, look at all that smoke.
I think that's where all your extra weight's coming from, is that tellurium in there.
Yeah. While we're waiting on our number one to Coupel, we're gonna work on these number twos here. And there's too much here to smelt in one go in the size crucibles I have. So a lot of that pyrrhotite on top, that black pyrrhotite, I'm gonna pan off so we can get kind of concentrated down into the number two concentrates. Well, I've got this panned down some, and there's the black kind of leading edge up here. There's a silvery bluish gray telluride here and a little bit of fine gold right there on the leading edge. I hope you can see it there. The tellurides is what I'm after because that's what can hold the gold. The pyrrhotite, not so much. That's just the sulfide, essentially contamination. But my biggest question is the calaverite, which is the gold telluride. That's where all the value is going to be. It has a density of a little under 10 grams per cubic centimeter, whereas the tellurobismuthite, which is the other telluride we have in our ore, they're very hard to distinguish visually. Is the calaverite dense enough to get pulled all the way up into the number one concentrates with the gold? And most of the stuff that ended up in the number two tellurobismuthite, or did a significant amount of calaverite end up down in the number 2 as well? We don't have a whole lot of free gold, but we have a ton of tellurides in there. And is there a significant amount of gold left in those tellurides that we can smelt out? All right, 300 grams of concentrates again. I'll use the same recipe we did before and we'll get it smelting down. Here we go, number 2 cons. So we got in our number 2 here. Good looking slag. Uh-oh, my tongs are about done, I think. Let that melt. See what it looks like at the end. Let's see what we got in here. Number 2. Well, that's pretty good. It's not as big as I hoped, but pretty good sized little bead. Well, I'm making an executive decision here. I've got all kinds of rocks here behind me. This is all the high-grade stuff we've been slabbing. I've got buckets and bags of rocks down here, and this is all high grade. I've got rocks across the table. All these have got to go. I'm going to crush up the high grade through the jaw crusher. We're going to make 5-pound bags. You guys can check them out on eBay right now. It should be very similar to the stuff we're running in this video. So I hope it's pretty high grade stuff for you, but you got to roast it, you got to smelt it to get the gold out of those tellurides. Holy moly. There's some good stuff in here. There's gold right there. More gold right there. More gold right there. Yeah. Gold there. Gold all up here. We're getting our bags weighed out here. A little over 5 pounds each. And please guys, make sure you crush the stuff, you roast the stuff. There should be a lot of gold in here. I'm hoping to share this with you so we can all have fun. So keep that in mind when you're buying, but they're on Shopify right now. Let's see what we have here. I don't even know what we have.
That is a big disc of something there, and it is yellow. You got a heck of a lot of gold is what you've got.
Look at the size of that, man.
Jason. That's 3 ounces of gold in there.
That's a ton of gold.
That's 3 ounces at least, I'm guessing.
Look at that gold.
Jason, remember that look I had on my face when I heard the blast at your mine?
Do I have it now on
yes,
my face?
Yes, you do.
Look at the size of that gold. That is huge.
4 buckets. And I think you have 2.5 to 3 ounces of gold there.
All right, let's do this. Ready? Oh, look, there's a bunch of little gold beads around the outside.
All over it.
Little puddles.
You're definitely going to have to add that to your crush pile.
Yeah.
Flip it over.
Will this come out?
There it goes.
Oh! It broke.
Oh.
That's the tellurium. That's the tellurium problem right there.
You got some tellurium in the gold.
I think so. That's what makes it brittle. Oh, what a mess that is. My gold broke.
I think you might want to put that into a new coupelle with a bit more bismuth and then just do another little shot in the kiln. Okay. But I would say a new coupelle.
Yeah.
That one's full.
That one's a mess. This is going to be a longer video than we planned for, Dan.
A real long video.
That is the most yellow color Feel how heavy, I mean, you know how heavy gold is, but
Yeah.
it's super dense.
Dense. You're so close. It's like it crystallized in there.
The tellurium. I know tellurium gets all sorts of weird with gold.
It's almost like the gold crystallized.
Right, right. And I think what happens is the tellurium impurities make the gold form crystal boundaries, and there's tellurium impurities at the boundaries.
Right.
Let's see how much that weighs, because we kind of, I mean, we know there's more, but I'm just flabbergasted at how much gold I have here. There's 63 grams.
2 ounces right there. There's probably ½ ounce left in the cupel still.
Yeah. Yeah, you were right. I bet there's close to 3 ounces. 3 ounces?
4 buckets. Those weren't even full buckets.
Those weren't full buckets. 200 pounds. 3 ounces from 200 pounds. That's 30 ounces a ton. 30 ounces. I can't even think straight right now.
We're so flabbergasted.
30 ounces a ton. I'm selling my specimens too cheap. There's way more gold in that Telluride than I ever thought.
By a lot.
By a lot. All right, so here's our little extra that was left. So we're gonna put all that together now. Oh, someone's calling me. We'll get all that melted down, see if we can get that purified a little bit more. Well, we're gonna try and purify this gold, get the last little bit of tellurium out of there. I'm adding soda ash, because AI and I had a conversation the other night, and they told me to do this to purify the tellurium. You add soda ash. I'm gonna add about 30% more borax in there. And the soda ash, once the tellurium oxidizes, it will form sodium tellurate with the soda ash, and then it will be absorbed by the borax, and it will leave a clean gold button. It'll help scrub the tellurium out of the gold. To do that, I put it in this monstrosity of a little furnace I have here. Let me add some borax to that, and we'll throw a propane jet on there. Make a really oxidizing flame, and that will oxidize the remaining tellurium out of there and get it absorbed by the soda ash. All right. Let's see what color we got here. Oh, it's significantly yellower than...
Is it mine?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm guessing 2.5 ounces there.
That is so much more than I ever thought we were gonna get.
That is crazy.
I wanted 20 grams, right?
20 grams, yeah. You know, I think technically I was closer than you in my guess.
I think that's true.
But I think we're both so far off that I don't think either of us can say we won that bet.
We're both losers.
We're both losers, yes.
With huge gold buttons. We're both losers with huge gold buttons. All right, we are just about out of time. We didn't have enough time to get it fully cleaned up with sulfuric, but it's pretty darn close. Dan, you want to do the honors?
Well, I will. Let's see what we got. Your guess was 20 grams,
No,
right?
I was hoping for 20 grams.
2.3 ounces. A little bit more than 20 grams.
2.3 ounces. 2.3 ounces. That is beyond my wildest expectations. I had no idea there was that much gold hiding in that high-grade stuff, and I think a lot of it was hiding in those tellurides. I think we have a significant amount of calaverite in our ore. So if you end up with a bag and you find some silver stuff after crushing and panning, smelt that stuff. Roast that stuff, because it has a lot of gold in it. Number one, and a little tiny number two. I thought there would be significantly more in there than that, but apparently the shaker table pulled a huge amount of the gold over into the number one. Let's see what This guy weighs in grams, just over 3 grams, 75 grams altogether. That is troy ounces, 2.4 ounces in 200 pounds. Man, that's a lot of gold. That's impressive. Well, that was a lot more gold than I was expecting. I want to give a big thanks to Dan Hurd for coming down. If you haven't checked out Dan's channel yet, go check it out. It's always fun to hang out with other YouTubers and collab. And if you are interested in any of these bags here behind me, or any of the high-grade stuff that I was working with earlier in the video, check out eBay and check out Shopify. Links down below. So thanks everybody again for watching. We'll see you on the next video.